Your baby is staring at you right now, not blinking, not looking away, just locked on your face like you're the most fascinating thing they've ever seen. And honestly, you might think it's cute. But what if I told you that in those few seconds of eye contact, your baby's brain is doing something truly extraordinary? Something that most parents have no idea is happening. Because this isn't just your baby being adorable. This is one of the most powerful learning moments in human development. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at those little staring eyes the same way again. Here's something most parents don't know. A newborn baby is born with a brain that is only 25% developed. That's it. The other 75% has to be built after birth using the world around them. And the very first building material your baby uses? Your face. Researchers at Harvard's Center on the Developing Child found that the human face is the single most stimulating object in a newborn's environment. More stimulating than toys, more stimulating than colors, more stimulating than anything you can buy at a baby store. When your baby stares at you, their brain is actually working overtime. Neurons are firing. Connections are forming. Entire networks are being wired that will shape how they think, feel, and relate to other people for the rest of their life. That stare is not passive. That stare is construction. In the 1990s, scientists in Italy made a discovery that changed everything we know about learning. They found a type of brain cell called mirror neurons. And babies have them in abundance. Here's how they work. When your baby stares at your face and sees you smile, their brain doesn't just register, "Mom is happy." Their brain actually simulates the feeling of smiling. From the inside, like they're running a rehearsal. This is how babies begin to learn emotions before they can speak a single word. They're not just watching you. They are practicing you. Every expression you make gets stored as a template. Every tone of voice gets filed away. Every time you look at your baby with warmth and attention, you are literally teaching them what human connection feels like. And the more of those moments you give them, the stronger that emotional foundation becomes. Now here's where it gets really interesting. When your baby locks eyes with you, they're not just absorbing information. They are also communicating. Researchers at the University of Cambridge ran a study where they measured brain activity in babies and adults during eye contact. What they found was remarkable. The brain waves of the baby and the adult actually began to synchronize. They called it neural coupling. Essentially, your baby is trying to get on the same wavelength as you. Literally, they're reaching out with their eyes because connection is a biological need, just like food and sleep. When your baby stares at you and you stare back, something called a serve and return interaction happens. The baby serves by making eye contact, reaching out, or making a sound. You return by responding with your face, your voice, your presence. And every single one of those exchanges builds a neural pathway in your baby's brain. Harvard researchers have shown that these serve and return interactions are the most important factor in healthy brain development. More important than flashcards. More important than educational toys. More important than anything sold on Amazon. Now, I want to be very clear about something. This is not about guilt. Every parent gets distracted. Every parent looks at their phone sometimes. Every parent has days when they're exhausted and emotionally unavailable. That is normal, and it does not harm your baby. But here's what the research helps us understand. When a baby's bids for connection are consistently ignored, their brain responds with stress. A study called the Still Face Experiment, conducted by Dr. Ed Tronick at UMass Boston, showed that when a parent suddenly stopped responding to their baby's eye contact, the baby immediately tried harder. They reached out. They vocalized. They did everything they could to re-engage. And when it still didn't work, within just 2 minutes, the babies showed visible signs of distress. The point isn't that you can never look away. The point is that your baby is always reaching for you. And most of the time, you're already reaching back without even realizing it. That's called good enough parenting. And good enough is exactly what a baby needs. So now that you know what's happening behind those big staring eyes, here's how to use it. First, when your baby stares at you, stare back. Hold the gaze for a few seconds. Smile slowly so they have time to process it. You are literally feeding their brain. Second, narrate what you're doing. I'm changing your diaper now. I see you looking at me. You're so curious today. It sounds silly, but the sound of your voice combined with eye contact doubles the stimulation for your baby's developing language centers. Third, put the phone down during feeding. Whether you're breastfeeding or bottle feeding, that time is one of the richest opportunities for eye contact and connection. Researchers call it the sacred window. Not because it has to be perfect, but because it happens naturally, every single day, multiple times. And every time you use it, you're investing directly in your baby's future. Here's what I want you to take away from this. The next time your baby stares at you, that long, unblinking, completely locked-in gaze, know that something extraordinary is happening. A brain is being built. A bond is being formed. A human being is learning what love looks like. And you are the one teaching them. You don't need a curriculum for that. You don't need an app or a program. You just need to show up. And clearly, if you made it to the end of this video, you already are. If you want to understand what else is going on inside your baby's mind, things that most parents never get told, hit follow right now. Because every week on this channel, we take the latest science on infant psychology and break it down so any parent can actually use it. No jargon, no judgment, just the truth about your baby's incredible mind. We'll see you in the next one.